Okay, I'm replacing the transmission motor mount for Honda Accord 2010. So I take these two 14s. I already took one. There is one still there. So right here, two right there, and two nuts which are 14 under the frame. So right here, and then jack up your transmission. Put a piece of wood on the bottom to support the transmission, and then at this point I'm just gonna start raising up your transmission so that you can see. Let me show you. You can see right there, there's already a big gap, so I'm gonna raise up a little bit more my transmission so I can take out this transmission mount, and which is this right here, right there. See, it goes, these two goes on the frame, and this goes on the transmission, like the way it is right now, like that. It should go like that. So 14, 2 bolts and 2 nuts on the bottom. Okay, I'm gonna remove this one right here, and then I'm gonna replace the new one. Okay, took the old one right here. This is the new one. Like, comparing both, and they look the same. And so this is the old one, and as you can see right here, it's broken. Yeah, I mean torn. Yeah. So the way to take this out is I took this little cap right here. This thing was on my way, like just this corner right here, and I lose this bolt right there, and I raise up more my transmission, and still I didn't have enough room. So what I used, it was a cheater bar, and I kind of like pry up a little bit, and so I have more clearance to take this out. So you kind of have to fight it for a little bit. So now it's time to replace this back. Okay, I'm done with putting back the transmission motor mount. As you can see right there. So what you want to do is line up these two bolts right here. Let's show you right here. These two ones that go on the frame, put them back, put them on the frame, light them up. Don't put the bolts, the nuts I mean, and then lower down your transmission, and then line up these two holes with the bolt right there, like that, and then tie these two first, and then the last ones should be the one on the bottom. Okay, this is the second motor mount I'm gonna replace on this car. I already replaced the transmission one, the lower one, so this is the new one. So it has 4 bolts, 1, 2, 1 right here, 1 right there, and 1 right there. Right there, so that's how it sits. And this one in the middle. So as you can see, it's right there. I don't know if you can see. I want to show you, but it's right there. Somewhere there. So I'm not gonna show you because it's too dark down there. But I'm gonna show you right here. So this one, the one right here, that's this one, and those two. This one in the middle right here. That's the one I have right here. I had two long extensions with the ratchet. I don't know if you can see, it's right there. I'm gonna take out the ratchet. It's right there where my socket is, right there. You see? My socket is still right there. So I'm just gonna go ahead and check out the 4 bolts and I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. Okay, old motor mount, new motor mount. This one has a little bit of play inside. As you can see, I took off 1 bolt, 2, 3, and they all are 14 millimeters. So this is one pretty easy to get it from the top. That one too, but this one is a little bit tricky, which is this one, because you see this goes through here. So you take out this one, and the bracket itself on this side is flat, but on this side has a little nipple. So if you want to hit it from the top, your ratchet is gonna, this nipple is gonna be in the bracket. They had a nipple, so it's gonna be on the way. So there is no, even if you put a C-wall ratchet, you won't be able to get it from the bottom underneath with a 14 and a small ratchet, and that's the way to go from underneath. This is how it looks like after taking the motor mount. See right there, the bracket. So the nipple I'm talking about is this nipple right there, this socket right there. That way is won't be able to get a wrench from the top, so you gotta take it out from the underneath. Okay, so I'm just about to put the motor mount on. Okay, new motor mount is here. So okay, so this here reveal the bolt right here and this one right here. Light them up first. There's 2 right here, and then this one that goes through the bracket and the motor mount. And worry about this one last. This one, once you drop down the engine, then it'll line up itself right here. Don't worry about too much about this one right here. So line up these 2 on the bottom, this one in the middle. Try to tight up these 2 as much as you can, and then this one will tie it up, and then this one should be the last one to worry about. Okay, 3rd motor mount going in. It goes this way. 2 bolts, one right here, one right there, and this one is holding this part right here, the bracket right there. Just remove your power steering fluid reservoir on the side, and then just do this 17 and one underneath and right there on the bottom, and check up your engine. And I'm pretty much to put this new one on. So this is the new one and this is the old one. So this one looks okay, the old one, but the bottom part right here looks kind of like bulging up, like spongy. Seems like all the oil or whatever it has inside, the gas, it's pretty much out. And this one versus this one is flat. Okay. So this is way out. Okay. So this part goes, arrow part goes facing to the bumper, towards the bumper. 4 motor mount going in. So in order to get to here, you just take the airbox, the clamp, and the sensor, unplug it. So this is the motor mount that supports the transmission from the top. This is the upper one, and the one on the lower one, the little one I showed you already at the beginning. So 1, 2, and 3 bolts, and 3 more for this bracket, so it's gonna be 6. If you want, you can buy the whole motor mount. You already assemble. You see right there. 1, 2, and 3, and 3, 6. All right. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and don't forget about the ground. 10 grounds right here, right there. So this is the motor mount right there. So new one is right here. So just put it back. Okay, motor mount, transmission motor mount, the upper one is already in. So the tricky part is to line up all those 3 bolts right here and the 3 for the bracket. Loose this baby right here, and then just line up the 3 ones right there with the transmission, and then you can start torquing that one right there, that one right there, and those 2 right here, and then the last 2 right here, and this one the last. And don't forget your ground right here. Okay, last motor mount on this car has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 4 on the frame, 2 on the top, 2 bolts, 2 nuts, 4 bolts, and 1 bolt that goes to the engine. So in order to get to the motor mount, you need to take out the fan, which I already did now, and it's only 2 bolts, 1 here and 1 right there, 2 10s, and of course unplug the connector right here, and there is only one this part right here on the bottom. That's where it sits the fan. So drain your radiator for a little bit to take pressure off the system, and then this hose right here, just put it aside right here, and then right here, that's the lower radiator hose. There is a clamp right there. Just click out and then just pull this out to take it out, so you can get back to the motor mount, which is down here. Okay, we removed the hoses and everything. So these 2 bolts right here, nuts that hold the motor mount on the top, the bracket, so they can both off, and this is the bracket that goes on the top, and right here there is a little bracket that holds a little hose that goes attached to the bracket, and this is the bolt that holds the motor mount against the engine. So in order to get to the ones on the back, take this bracket first, and then you lose those ones on the back, and you have to use a swivel 1/2 millimeter to get the back. Okay, so all motor mounts out, the new one right here. So you can see this one is broken, and so I'm about to replace new one. So make sure you see the little nipple right there in the middle. So make sure this little hose, you have to replace it, or you can buy a new one, but just transfer this from the old one to the new one right here on the bottom. You see right here, little nipple right there. Just plug it in and then connect it to the, it's kind of hard to see because it's dark, but there is the little metal tube right here, right there. I don't know if you can see, if you guys can see right there, that's where it's gonna be attached, this part right here. So very easy job, takes a lot of work, a lot of time to do it, but so yep, I'm about to replace this, and I'll show you when it's pretty much done. So this is the setup for the motor mount, the hose right there on the bottom, attach the line, and this little bracket down there, that's where the hose is gonna get attached, and there's another bracket on top of the motor mount that's gonna be attached with the nut. Okay. So at this point we are done tightening the bolts for the motor mount, and we're just putting back the bracket, 2 nuts right there on the top, and this little bracket right there for the hose that goes underneath the motor mount, and the bracket. And we're gonna go ahead and then put back the radiator hoses, the fan, and so on, and then we should be done.
Aquí yo ahora, ¿o alcanzo subiendo ahí, no?
Sí, aquí quiero hablar con él. Okay guys, at this point I'm done putting all the motor mounts, 5. So if you have any questions, let me know. Put comments and I'll reply you back. Thanks.